going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Halos. I'm your host today, Jared Timms, and I'm joined alongside my co-host, my partner in crime, Nate Green. Nate, how you doing?
Doing all right. Good to see you. How are you?
Excited? You got to be a little excited. Come on, give me some excitement.
Yes.
Come on, be better than that. Just a little bit of excitement would be good, you know? Big news coming out of the Angels camp. Partial surprisement. Surprisement, is that a word? Partially surprised, partially not all that surprised. Do you want to talk about the surprise part first? Or you want to talk about the not surprise part first?
Let's go to surprise first.
Okay. Angels are that's a bad look going straight into Aldegheri. But if you want to go into Aldegheri, we can go
That's
Aldegheri.
it's better to start there.
All right. First,
We're
before we
going in
go,
order of when they're starting.
that's fine. That's fine because I guess Aldegheri's starting tonight. Dana's starting tomorrow. First,
Sunday.
before we talk about these guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. Go back, watch the Jaden Harden interview that we did. Had a lot of fun talking with Jaden about all things being an agent and draft advisor. You had to have ambitions of being that, or knowing what's going on with that side of stuff. Go watch it. It was a fun one. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. You can go ahead and follow us on all our social medias, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can follow myself on X at Jared_Timms, Nate Green 34. Let's get it rolling here, Nate. Again, we just said it. Samuel Aldegheri and Kaden Dana getting the call up to the bigs. A little bit surprised with the Samuel Aldegheri news. Becomes the first Italian-born and raised major leaguer in all of baseball history. I know I kind of exaggerated that a little bit, but going over the stats here,
Yeah.
since being traded to the Angels, pitched down in Double-A Rocket City. He was 0-2 in 4 starts, 17 in the third innings pitched to a 5.19 ERA. He had 25 strikeouts and 9 walks over that time. Give me your thoughts first, and I'll give my scouting report on him. So give me your thoughts on
Yeah.
Samuel Aldegheri getting the call, who's also starting tonight for the Anaheim Angels.
Yeah. Wanted to correct you real quick. Pitcher, first pitcher born in Italy, just
That's
so
right.
that way nobody gets upset and says, well, Alex Liddy from the Mariners made it. Yes, he was a position player, first pitcher, Aldegheri here. I believe the last pitcher was in the 70s or 80s. So first pitcher in a while, but excited to see someone from the established trade make it. Makes the trade look that much better just knowing that they got a major leaguer out of the trade. It looks like Clausen has some projectability as well, but yeah, excited to see this guy. Makes makes some sense. Just there's really no reason to be giving Johnny Cueto starts right now. There's really no reason to be giving Carson Fulmer starts. Those guys aren't part of the future. We kind of need to see what the future looks like. And when you go and trade for a guy who fits the starter mold, like he has 4 pitches, he is a guy that looks like he is a potential starter. Like give him a chance to start, give him a 5 or 6 starts in September, and if he looks good, great. Then he's going to get a chance in spring training to kind of cement his role. If he still needs some development time, that's too. Then we kind of know where to start him next year. So I think it's very very important for the Angels to do things like this.
Yeah, I ever since I saw Aldegheri start his first game, I think I've watched almost all of his starts. I really like the stuff. He's going to be 92 to 94. Sneaky fastball, hides it well. Pretty heavy fastball too. I know a lot of people are grading in the 40 to 45 range. Fair based on velocity for sure for a lefty. I think it's closer to a 50 fastball just because he hides it well. It plays up to be more like a 96 mile an hour fastball, and we'll see that today. He's got a really, really sharp, good curveball that he can throw for strikes. He got the slider, which is arguably his best out pitch. That's another very good sharp pitch that moves away from lefties. And he's got the changeup that produces weak contact swings and misses. It's an average to above average pitch as well. I mean, he comes out there with 3 pitches that are, in my opinion, 50 grade, if not better than that. And that's the makings of a pretty decent starter there. The big thing that he doesn't have a 50 grade in my opinion, is going to be the command. I think it's average to maybe a little below average right now. When we talked about it, he walked 9 guys in 17 innings. That was always a big part to what he to why he wasn't a legitimate prospect in the Phillies organization, I think, is that got to be that command. But he's going to strike out his fair amount. I think tonight, if I had to predict, he's going to go about 5 innings. He's going to give up a couple hits in the mix there. He's probably going to have 6, 7, 8, 9 strikeouts in those 5 innings and walk 3, 4 guys, give up 2, 3, 4 runs in this outing today. But somebody who I think has the potential to be in everyday starter. I know that's not actually what it's called, but every fifth day starter for the Angels down the road to join Kaden Dana, who we're going to talk about. Reed Detmers, who I think Samuel Aldegheri, if you want to put a comp on it, it's a tick down from Reed Detmers. Like I gave it a Jason Vargas comp, which Jason Vargas wasn't a horrible pitcher in his prime. He wasn't a great pitcher, but he wasn't a horrible pitcher. Like just a natural number 4 starter, um, lefty who commanded it probably better than what Aldegheri is going to do. But yeah, I'm in on Aldegheri. I think the stuff for Aldegheri is just as good, if not better, than Kaden Dana. I know we're going to break down Caden Dana here in a second, but I'm a big believer in the Samuel Aldegheri stuff. I'm hyping him up a lot here, but I really really like it. When I saw Aldegheri pitch, I'm sometimes on the phone with Taylor Blake Ward, who's probably going to listen to this. And the first inning he pitched, I was on the phone with Taylor and was like, "This kid is special. Like he's very good. Like I don't want to say he's major league ready because the command's not there, but the stuff is major league ready. It's very 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 good stuff." Um, so yeah, I'm excited. I'm hyping him up quite a bit here, but I really like Samuel Aldegheri, man.
Yeah, the control is the big worry for me. Luckily, he gets a good team to make his major league debut against the Seattle Mariners. Or if you're a pitcher and you're looking to make your major league debut, probably the team you want to do it against is Seattle right now, and it's at home, so that should be fun as well. But yeah, this is really, you're really going to get to see what the difference is from his control in the minor leagues to the major leagues, because I think that's going to be the big thing that's going to tell us, is he a major leaguer or is he a up and down guy?
Yeah, and always for me, I kind of throw out the first inning. Even if it's a good first inning or even if it's a bad first inning for these guys, because they're going to be amped up. The adrenaline's going to be running through them, and you see guys a lot of the time, and it's happened in the DSL playoffs. De La Rosa. I'm like, this kid's a stud. He's going to pitch really well. First inning gives up 3 runs, overthrowing 95, 96, and then that's not him. So Samuel Aldegheri could be that way. Throw away what he does in the first inning, whether it's good or bad. Look at the second through whatever inning he finishes off at, and that's probably a little bit more where he's going to be once the nerves calm down and everything like that. So again, I'm extremely excited to see Samuel Aldegheri pitch. I'm hyping him up quite a bit. I really like the kid. Now the big news: Caden Dana is making his major league debut Sunday. I think it's Saturday, and then
Sunday,
Anderson
Sunday.
Sunday. Caden Dana making the major league debut on Sunday. Tyler Anderson goes in between these two guys. So Caden Dana gets the call. Not all that surprised there. He was pitching unbelievably well. I'll get some stats for him here in a second on what he's done in his last like 8 or 9 starts. But Nate, reactions on what Caden Dana is. I'll give my scouting report, some scouts, all that, some stats, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, like you mentioned last week, he faced one of the best teams in Double A, and he was
Twice.
dominant dominant in those two starts against them. It's just time. Like there's really just nothing else he can do at Double A. You could send him to Triple A, sure, but it's really just time. Like he needs to be in the major leagues. That's where he needs to finish off his development, and I'm excited to see what it looks like. Yeah, it's just really hard to I don't know.
It's hard
He's
to
gonna
bring up
be
a
a good
it's
pitcher.
it's hard to bring up a 20-year-old. I think it's fair to
Yeah,
say. A 20-year-old pitcher, I
he
think is fair to say.
yeah, he's a good pitcher. He's going to be a good pitcher, but like again, he's 20 years old. He's been in the minor leagues a couple of years. He didn't even pitch that much his first year. So like let's give him some time. Like he's not a guy that's like, oh, he's got to show that he's 100% ready by the end of this year. He's a guy where it's like, hey, let's watch him develop in time, kind of like we have with Neto and Shanuel and guys like that. Like Ohapi, it was kind of like, hey, a little bit older. He needs to be ready. We traded away an outfielder that is 100% ready for him. Where Neto, we took him in the first round. Shanuel, we took him in the first round. It's like, hey, let him develop a little bit. So you almost want to treat Dana like you took him in the first round and say, hey, just wait. I know we didn't take him in the first round, but we basically gave him, late first, early second round money, depending on what pick you had. So I'm excited to see him pitch, but yeah, let's just let him develop here. Let's not put the weight of the world on this kid's shoulders just because he's 20 and he looks like Noah Syndergaard did in his prime and things like that. So like let's let him develop.
41 starts in his minor league career there. 20-year-old, like we said, drafted out of high school, going to be the difference between those other first rounders. When I saw Dana first pitch, I saw his first start in Inland Empires, and it was last game of 2021. Just absolutely unbelievable. It was somebody that I wasn't sure. You see video on him, you see things like that, you watch him start, and it's like, yep, this guy's top 5 prospect in the organization right now. In his first start in Inland Empire, and he has not, digressed, has not
Disappointed, yeah.
disappointed in that nature at all for sure. So, like I was saying, last 8 starts for Kaden Dana in Rocket City, 4-1 with a 1.58 ERA, 51.1 innings pitched. So you can do the math on that. That's what 6 innings a start, 59 strikeouts, just 9 walks, give up 31 hits over that time. So he's the biggest thing that worries me about Caden Dana is the fact that I guess there's 2 things. The first off, 59 strikeouts and 51 innings. That's not somebody that is going to dazzle, shall we say, at the major league level. When you look at those stats, it's not somebody. It's like this guy's an ace. You want those ace numbers to dare I say double in a sense. You want 70, 80 strikeouts in those 50 innings. With that being said, the most impressive thing to me is the fact that he hasn't struck out very many people. He is a pitcher. I've watched almost every single one of these starts, and he has looked very, very good. I've been saying it for a while now. He is not your prototypical pitching prospect, Chase Burns, Hagen Smith, guy that's going to light up a radar gun. He does have 97, 98 in his back pocket if you need it, right? But he's going to sit more 92 to 94, 91, 93. He's going to pound the lower half of the zone with a sinker. He's got a big hammer, loopy curveball. That's a nice get me over pitch. He's got a lights out slider. That's probably his best pitch. And he's going to again he's going to have a changeup that he'll throw to lefties and that can produce some swings and misses. It's not the best of changeups. It could use a little bit more depth, but it's a Griffin Canning type of changeup. It's a little bit lesser than the fastball there. So, but again, the most impressive thing to me is not the fact I rattled off all the stats and all that fun stuff. Is not the fact that he is a top prospect or anything like that. It's the fact that he is a pitcher and he pitches very well. He knows how to pitch. He knows how to pitch to players. He's not a thrower. He's not somebody that's going to go out there and light up any radar guns by any means. But he can pitch, and that's again my favorite thing about him. And I think that's kind of a lost art in today's games. Everybody goes out there and looks for the best stuff, and Caden Dennett has some good stuff, but it's not, oh my gosh, off the charts stuff. It is very good stuff that produces weak contact. It's not going to produce a lot of swings and misses. It's better than Jack Kahanowitz, who doesn't strike out a whole lot of guys. More a pitch to contact guy, but it's definitely somebody who isn't going to strike out a whole lot of guys. So, any other thoughts here on Caden Dana?
Yeah, the other thing that's going to be interesting is how's he do against left-handed hitters. Like I know he's done decently well against left-handed hitters in the minor leagues, but like teams are going to start to stack left-handed hitters against them just because that's how most teams do things right now. They go, oh, righty on the mound, let's stack a bunch of lefties. His fastball has a tendency to straighten out a little bit, and that's where the worry comes in against left-handed hitters because if that ball is not moving against lefties, that's going to end up middle in, and that's right in their sweet spot. Instead of running away from them, it's gonna stay middle. So I think that's going to be the one thing to look out for with Kaden Dana is how does he do against left-handed hitters early, um, and then if he doesn't do well against left-handed hitters, what is the fix for him? Does he add a cutter in the offseason? Does he do something to really give him an advantage against lefties? Because that fastball's got to be moving a lot for him to have success against lefties.
Yeah, it's got good life on it, or good ride on it, good sink action for sure. But I don't disagree with you. I mean, we said about Shohei Ohtani, like the fastball can be upper nines into triple digits, but it's not a good fastball. Kaden Dana, I think's got a. This is going to sound weird. I want to say that Kaden Dana probably has a better fastball than Shohei Ohtani does. Velocity wise, probably not, but movement wise and profile wise, it's not going to get hit. Um, as much as a Shohei Ohtani fastball would have at 95. So I don't disagree with you. I'd like to see the changeup. He throws the slider a lot to lefties. He throws the curveball a lot to lefties as well. So definitely comfortable throwing those pitches. But yeah, I always like something that moves away from guys that has a little bit less speed on it there. So two big moves for the Angels over the next couple days into this Mariners series. Super excited for the future. You see what I did there? The Squidward future? No, you're not excited about the future, are
Uh,
you?
we still got to see who they call up on Sunday. There'll be one more move as well, so we'll see.
I think Christian Moore gets the call up on Sunday. I really do. I mean, we're on. Let's keep an eye out for who's not in the lineup in some days in Rocket City because I'd be shocked if. I mean, it's a good time to do it. You're bringing up two of your top pitching prospects, and then you can bring up your first overall pick in 2024. I think that's not a bad idea. I think Christian Moore gets a very good long look at being brought up, especially since the only other three guys are Charles LeBlanc, Kyron Paris, who's been hurt. I know he's been playing, but who's been hurt, and Jordan Adams, who's an outfielder. I don't think the Angels need any more outfielders right now. They could probably use another infielder, but I mean, I guess you can always bring up Jordan Adams, who's been playing very, very well for sure down in the minors. Odds are it's going to be Charles LeBlanc though, because I know you love him.
Yep, yep. That would be the Angels move, and then you bring up the future, and then you call Charles LeBlanc up. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, that's
It,
exactly what I want to see. So, Nate, any final thoughts before we let everybody go? What do you got?
no, this is gonna be a fun weekend to see some of the young talent pitch. We haven't seen this much hype around an Angels pitching prospect in a while. So it's going to be exciting to see, especially Kaden Dana, just because top 100 prospect for most people right now, and just been able to dominate Double A. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and a good hitting double A as well. I mean, we talked about it. He faced the Montgomery Biscuits, and that's one of the best lineups in all of minor league baseball. Three top 100 prospects that they roll out there, along with a bunch of other guys. They had, I think his name was Trey Morgan, the LSU first baseman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's you don't see lineups like that. That's a very very good lineup for sure. So guys, thank you so much for watching and listening here at Talking to Halos. Super excited for this weekend. If you guys had questions, please throw them out there. You can follow myself or ask questions on X at Jared_Tims and Nate Green 34. Guys, thank you so much for listening and watching. Have a great rest of your day.